Jeff, you said quite a few things that I had thought of too. But to move back a few minutes, back when we had the discussion about the other providers, Centurylink, those type of things. When our co-op first started, one thing that we did do is we contacted other providers to see if they would be interested in working with the townships. Now, our co-op, and I'm going to be upfront, my push from the start of this has been the rural areas because I live in a rural area. But anyway, we had Mr. Tupper come and visit our co-op meeting one day and asked them if they could give us more support out in the rural area. It doesn't meet with their long-range plan. The dollars aren't there for them to justify putting dollars into our area to do what we want to do now. How many, show of hands if I could, how many people used to have Clearwave? For those of you that don't know, Clearwave started out being Midwest Wireless. It went to Century, whatever, and then it went to Altel. And then by process of buying different things, Clearwave became part of Verizon. We got a letter the first part of the year that as of February 1st, Clearwave was done. You can try, they said, go on online and try this other service that we've got to see if it will work for you. We tried that. It said it's not in our area. I understand that. That's why cooperative. Jeff said it pretty good. The money that we work with cooperatives is going to stay here. We don't have to have that big return so fast like the bigger companies. One of the newest cooperatives in the area is Heartland Corn Products. I was one of the original members. I put in $10,000. That was the lowest amount we could put in to be a shareholder to start that. You can see what it is now. We not only have a 100 million gallon facility here, we're also involved in plants in 3 other areas and also have other entities that we're involved with. So this can be something that we can work together with. And like they said, if we don't work together, it will fail, but I really think it will. When we look at, they talked about the electric companies, how many people wanted to go out to electric companies out in the areas and develop things. We don't know what's going to happen in the next 5 years, 10 years, but look where technology has put us today. What we've got for services now in the rural area is not adequate for the agriculture, technology improvements, medical improvements, education improvements. You can just keep on going one right after another. The pledge cards that went out at first were between 50 and 89%, depending on townships, cities. Pretty big take rate on that. They just went out now, obviously. We don't have anything coming back yet. The one thing that we were told when we first put those pledge cards out by people who market this way, say you've got way, way more than anybody could have ever expected. We did at the end, we went out door to door, brought our numbers up to where they are today. There's townships that were close to 90%. Pretty amazing. We've changed the structure of the financing. So the way it was to begin with and the way it is now, your financial impact, if everything goes south, is about 25% of what it was back a year and a half ago when the project was 1 unit. So that's a pretty amazing thing. maybe in the long run, this was the way things were supposed to go. Like they were saying, I've been to different conferences throughout the area, Chicago and different places. Those people are excited about our project. They think that this is something for rural America that can really make things change in a hurry. Somebody's got to be first, and I guess I think we would like to be the first ones to be doing this. Obviously, it's up to you guys, both cities, townships, how you feel about it. Because we don't know what the financing is, we need to have the Joint Powers Board, and be into the Joint Powers Board by the end of March. Doesn't give us a lot of time, but I'm hoping that those of you who have, everyone for the townships have annual meetings next week, you'll put that on your agenda and make a decision one way or another. If you're not going to make a decision, then your decision will be not to join the Joint Powers Board. I'm hoping that we have a footprint the same way we see out here today, so that we can make this thing happen. And I'd just like to close with one thing. You know, the township people, the city people, gave you an awesome responsibility when they elected you as representatives for them. It's up to you to look at a lot of different things, and there's not every resident is going to use a township or a county or a state road that has to be maintained, or a bridge, or you can go down the line, but they are some of the people that have to be involved in paying the taxes for those. This could be, the fiber connections area could be this, like an infrastructure where it develops the same way as the roads and the bridges. Bridges and roads are easy because you guys have done it for 100 years. This kind of project is new. I think it's an exciting project, and I hope that you guys will make the decision to follow us through on that, so that we can move this along. Like one person was asking me how long before we get built out. They were saying tonight, hopefully within a year we can get ready to go. Figuring by probably 2016, everybody will be hooked up and running. At that point, who knows, once we get developed, get things going, there's going to probably be a second build, third build, but the one difference is now the cities and the townships are building this together. If a township decides to stay out of it at this point, and maybe 2 or 3 years down the line go into it, that township will be paying for the whole process and the whole project that they do. It's kind of the beauty part of it. I think it was kind of made mention of the cities in the area and the rural people working together, benefiting each other. That's kind of the way we see this. That's I guess the best way to see it, is that the cities understand that it's going to cost more to go to the rural area, but they also understand that the people in the rural area come to the cities for their supplies, their different things that they need to do too. So with that, I think I'll give it back to Denny, and maybe we can get some more discussion going.